What's up? Welcome to All Access Live. I am John Samuel. And today I have a very, very special guest. I have my friend and colleague, Sarah Clark, who is on the Ablr team and who has been helping me out as we celebrate uh, White Cane Day tomorrow. And so she's been helping out with Drip My Cane 2.0. So welcome, Sarah.
Hi, John. Thanks for having me.
Of course, you know it's super exciting that we've come here. We're here now, right? We've been talking about Drip My Cane, I think, for what the last several months,
Yeah.
and and this is the second version of it. Last year we had a great success with Drip My Cane, the original, and we partnered with Creative Allies, and we had our partners Walk West back then, and I think we were still LCI Tech in the beginning, but now we're partnering with E1, the watch company. And today, I think they're announcing their Switch watch, right?
I believe they are. It looks awesome.
Yeah. Can you describe the watch for folks?
Yeah. So let me see.
And I'll show my watch for.
Yeah, it's really similar to the one you're wearing, except the cool thing about the Switch watch is they have this ring. So the face of the watch, you can like twist it and pull it out and switch it with different designs or different other styles of the face. So it's really cool. It looks really sleek too.
Yeah, and I think the coolest thing about it is that they're trying to give folks choices, right? And
Mhm.
that's really why Drip My Cane was really to give people choices to their white canes, and also to be a talking piece. But I think that's also what the E1 watches have done. It's really been a talking piece when people see it, and you see my watch, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was talking with Daniel the other day from E1, and he was saying that the feedback about the new Switch watch was that a lot of folks previously they didn't really have the choice to customize. They never really had any kind of choice. So when it came to something that they needed to be able to use, like a watch, they didn't really have a lot of options. And so creating something where it is customizable is something really unique. So this is a really exciting launch for them.
That's awesome. Well, I think today we're going to be going through some of the designs, and I know because the E1 watch is a big part of this whole Drip My Cane 2.0, because they actually saw a video that I had done about my watch, and then Daniel, as you mentioned, Daniel Lee reached out, and he he saw this, and he's like, hey, I'd love to see how we can collaborate, and I think that the whole customized watch piece is a pretty cool idea, because when I first showcased my watch, I think I was showing my black one. I have a steel one, and I had the benefit of being able to buy two watches on my own, but it's like not everybody can do that. But I think it's really cool that they've innovated their design, this new design, to be
Mm-hmm.
able to give people choices. And I'm glad that they reached out, because it's a brand and organization that I truly respect, and it's something I use every day. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that one of the things that's so funny is that when we were talking to them, they asked me, um, you know, do you use a Apple Watch as well? And I said, no, I only use the E1, and that's the truth. So um, but I think that I think we're having a Sharon, our producer. I think she's actually having a little bit of technical difficulty at her house. So um, one second. I think hopefully we'll get her back on and we'll be okay. But I think uh, we're going to be able to show some of the designs once she gets back. So I'm super excited about that. But Sarah, since we are here right now, I'd love to get your own your own experiences, just being part of the team, and your own background, coming from UNC. How are you the right person to be helping me pick out the designs?
Oh, goodness. Well, yeah, so I've been here for about 6 months, and here is an Abler. I've been working for Abler for 6 months now, and I graduated about a year and a half ago from UNC Chapel Hill. And so when I was there, I was at the
Yes.
Aspen School for Media and Journalism, and so there I took a bunch of different PR classes, standard
Oh,
journalism.
we're not on. Oh, Sarah, we're not on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Well, I think we might be.
Oh, really? Sharon says we're not on. She's at her house. The power went out, so she's out of power. And
Oh, no.
yeah, so So I think that it's, oh no. Are you guys
Oh,
okay? Is it the circuit breaker?
I think previously we
Oh
were.
my gosh.
Oh no, what did something happen?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, we're on. Mike commented. He said we're on.
Oh, oh, actually, Sharon, Mike is watching right now, and we're getting comments that we are live. So I think we're good. Yeah. The-
Awesome. Well, we can pick up where we left off. What was I saying? Oh, my education. So yeah, I went to the Hussman School for Journalism and Media at UNC Chapel Hill. I took a bunch of
okay,
different
cool.
public relations
Sarah's making some.
classes, and I
Okay.
took a
Okay.
bunch of
All right.
graphic design classes, even some photojournalism stuff. So I have
Yeah.
a range of experience in the creative space, which I'm so lucky to have had that opportunity to learn from amazing professors who are graphic designers themselves. So I've learned how to do the creative brief and all of those, like, proposals, all of that really cool stuff. So having the opportunity to work on this E1 campaign was really exciting because it's really fulfilling when you study something in college
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, I can actually do this in real life at my job. like I actually did something helpful for myself to prepare myself for my future. So that's been really fun, and it's been so awesome just seeing these designs come in. I have like artist friends too who majored in art at UNC as well, so it's
Yeah.
just really cool to kind of be in the behind the scenes, like watching these designs come in and kind of, I don't know, like determining the specs and telling people like, hey, we've got this really cool campaign going. It's been really fun.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I love this whole campaign, because it's something different. It's, shaking what we're, it's shaking what's the normal of this, this plain white canvas of a cane, right? But
Mm-hmm.
also maintaining the usability of it, meaning that it maintains its the purpose of being a tool for people. But I think it's, the whole purpose of this Drip My Cane was to be able to open up and create these conversations. And so when you're talking about this, the way that you're talking about it, and sharing the, being in the back end of this, and sharing with other people, that's what I'm super excited about, because you're actually being able to take what you learned in school and be able to create a conversation that previously wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
And that's super cool. And so, one of the challenges of this whole thing was the nature of it. It's such a thin design. So could you go
Mm-hmm.
through it, like what the dimensions kind of were like for
Yeah,
folks?
I think it was about 2 inches in, I think, circumference. I think
Yeah.
that's the right word.
Yeah.
um, yeah. Oh, awesome. So Sharon's pulling up some of the
Hi,
design.
so sorry. The producer is back on using phone girl Wi-Fi. I apologize. Goodness gracious, we have a power outage on a perfectly summer day or nice sunny day. Anyhow,
But you guys are okay?
we're okay. Just hope the power comes back on soon so we don't have to get ice to put all of our food in from the fridge.
Yeah.
I was John, I was showing a video of some of the different designs that were entered for this year. And when you're ready, we can show everyone the final 3 designs that have made it down to the wire.
How exciting. And so, Sarah, we were just talking about, you said it was around 2 inches in diameter, and the length of it, it was around what, 30 inches, 36 inches, something like that, right?
I think so. I think something like that. So it's something very unique that I don't think a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people have designed for something like that. So it was really fun to see, some creative problem solving in form of art. So
Yeah, so very cool. So you ready? You want to show the 3 finalists, and then we can talk through kind of what our whole kind of decision-making process behind it was. Is that cool?
yeah, let's do it.
All right, Sharon, let's do this. Is it rolling, Sarah?
Not yet. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this one, so this is finalist number 1, and it's kind of on, and 2. And then, so finalist number 1 is the one with the white silhouette of the birds. So it's like a flock of birds down at the bottom, and they're flying up towards like white silhouette of clouds, but it's against a black background. So it makes this kind of cool gradient as it moves up the cane. So that one's really neat. I really like that one.
And so that kind of white space then would be really cool with that retroreflective, right?
That's right. So, and it's black and white. So all 3 of these designs are black and white. And we did that so that the white space would be painted with the retroreflective paint.
So I think actually it's actually not a paint, actually. It's actually the label itself. So our partners over at Liberty Marketing Solutions and Steve McGrinder, the label guy, he actually is using a whole label, and I think they printed the design on top of this retroreflective material, because when we thought about it, I think the challenge of it was painting it would have been really difficult. But Steve had this great idea, and Daniel Lee over at Eone was to actually print it on retroreflective material. And so that's what's going on. But you're right, that white area or whatever that empty space is where that retroreflective is really going to be.
Awesome. Okay, so that's where it kind of shines through.
Yeah, for sure.
So that first design is the birds. And so the second design is this really intricate kind of optical illusion. So it's like a series of lines, but they're arranged in a way that make it look like there are 3D cubes kind of popping out of the design. So it's really cool, very intricate. And that was something that caught all of our attention.
So is it the diamonds throughout? Is it a uniform, or is it changing? I mean the cubes. I mean, what are they changing throughout? What's going on?
It's uniform. So they're all the series of lines are all the same size, and so they're all arranged so it goes kind of up and down the cane of just like a series of kind of cubes, and it's like a kind of, I think it's a symmetrical pattern as well.
Okay.
But they are all the same size. And
so there's a good amount of white and dark space.
Yeah, and because it is so intricate, there isn't as much white space. Like there's not a big chunk of white space anywhere. It's kind of 50.
Okay, cool. And the third one?
The third one is the one where it's like a series. It's a geometric, symmetrical pattern, high contrast, and it is a series of like diamonds and triangles, and it kind of reminds me of like a playing card or like a checkerboard almost. It kind of gives me that whimsical vibe, and there's also a couple stripes in there as well. And so this one has more white space in it, like thicker pieces of white space. So I think the retroreflective paint would really come through on this one.
Okay, cool. So we have the birds, the flock of birds flying up to the sky. Then we have a cube design, and then we have a whimsical line checkerboard.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. All right. So this is exciting. I'm really excited. I'm trying to picture in my head what kind of, what it will look like. And I love the fact that it's going to be high contrast as well. Because I think one of the challenges, after I got some sight back, I looked at my cane, the winner from last year, and I could see the colors and I could see it a little bit better. And it was really cool, but it was really challenging to see the way that they had taken my sunglasses and made a cane. Again, for those who may not have seen the last year's design, was a really fluorescent, bright colors, like almost like this, like I don't know, 80s kind of vibe to it, with fluorescent colors. And they took, usually I'm wearing my blue blocker sunglasses. Today I think I'm wearing my fresh orthodontics free sunglasses. But usually I'm wearing blue blockers, and they took that design of the sunglasses and they used it throughout the cane. But I thought the challenge when we did that was that the design of the sunglasses kind of got stretched. It was kind of weird. So this year, what from these designs, what do you think? Are these going to be okay on such a skinny palette, you think?
And that was a big, Steve McGrinder, the label guy, helped us out a ton with this because he was helping us print a prototype. And so he knew he had a better idea of what it would look like on the cane itself. Sometimes it's hard to look at the design and imagine it wrapped around like a skinny pole. So he helped us out a lot. And so typically geometric patterns do a little bit better because if there is like some kind of image, it can get distorted. Or when it wraps around, you can't really see the whole thing and you can't really tell what it is. But I definitely think that the more intricate geometric patterns should do really well.
That's cool. So, I just happen to have it behind me. Actually, I didn't realize it. I think it's the second time I've grabbed these canes I have behind me. So for those of you who've never seen what a white cane looks like, here it is. This is a rigid cane, and it has a the ball tip has this. I think this is red right here, right, Sarah?
Yep, right there.
Right around 6 inches of red at the bottom. And then it's just pure white, canvas right here, right? And then it has the handle and the strap. And so, as you were talking about, Steve did develop a prototype for us to see, just something that Daniel had kind of just almost like a stress test to see what's it going to look like kind of if we were to do something. And so here is the prototype itself. So it has the label on it, like that Steve had done. So how does it look? It looks pretty cool, right?
Oh, it looks awesome.
Does it?
Really, really awesome.
Yeah, and I was in the car yesterday after I was driving somewhere, and I was my wife was driving. I was looking at it, and the sun was coming down, and it hit it into just the right angle, and it was truly bling bling. And I told Steve it was blinding. I think he was joking that a blind guy said it was blinding, but no, seriously, this thing was like it when it hits the light in the right direction, it really is something. And but this prototype is super cool, and so I'm super excited. And
I know, me too. Steve, he sent over some pictures of the cane. He dimmed the lights and then put a flashlight on it and then took a picture of it, so you could really see. It's like there are LED lights within the cane itself. That's how it really just shines. It's really crazy. But I'm trying to think of like other examples of retroreflective paint, and I think a lot of the times, like if you're driving at night and you see those white lines on the edges of the road, and sometimes like how they shine against your headlights, I think that's also retroreflective paint.
Material, yeah, exactly. Even like the stop sign, even on the buses, like behind.
Yeah,
so, yeah, exactly. So that's what this is going to look like, and so super excited about this. Again, I can't thank E1 and Daniel over there for helping us put this together, and also Steve McGrinder and the entire Liberty Marketing Solutions team in Cincinnati. You guys rock, and you, Sarah, you did a lot for this, and again, Sharon, who's not just a producer, but she is, she's done just so much for us over the the last couple of years with Drip My Cane, and just we love her, and so I'm super excited about this. And so tomorrow we're going to be announcing it, so please stay tuned. We'll announce it on all the social media channels that we have, so please check that out. And today's World Sight Day, so happy World Sight Day to everyone, and go check out the new E1 Switch watch if you haven't. I think it drops today. Sarah, anything left you want to say?
I think that about covers it. Thank you, John, so much for having me. This was really fun.
No, Sarah, you are a true professional. You carried on. And I even got one of your patented Sarah Clark snorts. So that made my day. And
good.
So everyone, thank you. And happy National Disability Employment Awareness Month. We're celebrating all month with different events. And so I think next week we have several speaking engagements. Tonight, this afternoon, we're going to be speaking at, Drupal GovCon with our friends over at Design Hammer. Mm-hmm. So if you have a chance, check that out. And for sure. I think the last thing, October 26th, check it out. We're going to be doing a webinar. Ablr will be hosting a webinar with Lindsay, our keynote speaker, Lindsay Regg. And we're going to have an awesome panel. So please check it out. Check out our Ablr360.com. And thank you all. And see you next week.
Thanks, everyone.